Hello and Jai Hind everyone. Welcome dear children. Today in this video we will be doing the next chapter of your RFP book, Four Forest Friends and Other Panchtant Tale. Okay, so the story for the day is the third chapter of your scholastic Panchtantra book is Crocodile Tears. You must have heard this idiom many a times. Crocodile tears means someone, if someone is crying, it's an idiom. If someone is crying for something, it means if we call that person that it is a crocodile tears, it means that person is crying for fake reason, means the reason is not correct. Actually the person is not crying, it's all fake. Okay, not the truth one. Okay, so let us start the chapter, the crocodile tears. As you can see in my background also, there is a crocodile and a monkey. This story is on the friendship of a crocodile and a monkey, right? Let us start. Imagine a forest so thick that no humans would enter, with a wide, deep river flowing through. Many animals lived there, and the happiest of all were the monkeys. There was a jungle which was a wide jungle. It was so wide and thick, and deep river were flowing through those jungles that it was not possible for everyone to enter that jungle. And many animals were living in that jungle. And as your book says, the happiest ones were the monkeys who swung from high branches, chattered as they flew through the trees. They kept on speaking their sound, they kept on speaking whatever they want, and they swung from here and there. The most talkative among all the animals, all the monkeys, were the manas. So here is a monkey on the screen, you can see its name is Manas, right? He loved talking. Every time he loved to talk. Okay, he loved talking, and nothing else he liked in the world except the talking and the jamuns, eating jamuns. You must have seen jamun, the berries, a fruit. He was in love with that fruit. Okay, so he loved to eat that jamun. Every summer, the wonderful jamun trees growing by the banks of the river were heavy with fruits. Lot of jamuns were growing on the fruit on the trees near the river banks. Manas and other monkeys would feast till their mouths were purple, and the juice of the jamun would run down their chest. Okay, they eat too much, too many jamuns till the liquid, till the, you can call it what, juice of the jamun that used to come on their chest. Like too many jamuns they eat. Manas and his friends also. In the middle of the river was a small island. You know what an island is? Island is a piece of land surrounded by water. It's a beautiful place. Many few people live on the island. So in the middle of the river was a small island which was home to a colony of crocodiles, and so many crocodiles were there on that island. They lay about on the island, sunning themselves, and occasionally slipped into the water to eat some fish or crabs or the river snakes. There were many crocodiles. They live on those islands, and they come for sunning. Sunning means they come to take the sun bath. Under the sun, they lay down and they take rest. And sometimes, at times, they went into the water also, in the river also, to eat the fish, the crabs, and the river snakes. Right. One summer day, one of them, whose name was Mugger, there was a crocodile whose name was Mugger. You can see in the picture, the Manas, the monkey, is sitting on the Mugger's back, decided to swim to the river bank to see what lay there. When he crawled on the land, he saw Manas and his friends eating jamuns and chattering. As soon as the monkeys saw the crocodile, they rushed off into the forest. All except for Manas, for he loved to talk. The moment he decided to go to the land area, he went to there, and what he saw, that all the monkeys they ran away from there as they saw the crocodile. But Manas, actually he was a very good buddy, he loved to talk to people, he stayed. Rest everyone, they rushed off. Okay, and Manas said to the mugger, "Hello, would you like some jamun?" Without waiting for the answer from the crocodile, Manas quickly ran to the tree, jamun tree, and he brought a lot of delicious and fruit, juicy jamuns for the mugger. Okay, and what he said, they're delicious and full of juice, and they turn your lips and mouth purple. You must have seen that whenever we eat the jamun, the mouth becomes purple with the color of that juice which comes out from the jamun. Your lips and mouth becomes purple, and it is so fun. So what he was convincing the crocodile to eat the jamuns. Yes, replied Magar. I have never eaten any, but I'm sure I will like them. And he did. So Manas kept picking jamuns and taking them down to the Magar, who ate till even he could eat no more. Lot of jamuns he has given to the Magar, and he ate all until he was unable to eat anymore. Of course, this meant that Magar and Manas they become friends, great friends. And when Manas heard that Magar had a wife on the island, he collected lots of jamun to send to her. One day, what happened? Manas said that I'll give you a lot of jamun for your wife also. When he heard that he had a wife. That day, Magar's wife, whose name was Hagar, the name of the Magar's wife was Hagar, ate lots of delicious jamun too, and still had many left over for the next day. Imagine how many he has given. Hagar had a crocodile doctor. Now, Hagar, the lady crocodile, he had a doctor who was also a crocodile, whom she visited every day. Now, she was like a mental sick. Every time she used to say that I'm not well, I'm not well, I'm not well. This was her habit. Every day she felt that she is not well. So he every day goes to the doctor, the crocodile doctor. The Hagar was always convinced that she is about to fall ill. Okay, the doctor was tired of examining her. The doctor says that you are absolutely fine, but Hagar says, no, no, doctor, examine me properly. I'm not well. I'm going to fall ill. I'm sick. I'm not feeling good from inside. But Hagar always brought him presents. The doctor was not ready to examine Hagar, but Hagar, what she does? She brings the presents for the doctor so that doctor never refuses her to examine. Okay, sure enough. Hagar took the doctor some jamuns as the gift. She gave jamuns as the gift to the doctor. But this time, because Hagar had eaten so many jamuns herself, she had something to complain. Oh, ah, ouch! She moaned, continue in pain. She was making sounds. My stomach is paining so much. I'm dying. Doctor, I'm dying. Doctor said, the name of the doctor was Croc. The doctor said, don't worry. You have eaten too much of jamun and nothing else. You will be better soon. But Hagar refused. No, you believe me. Oh, I'm dying. You won't treat me. She wanted the doctor to treat her, right? Nothing that Dr. Croc said made Hagar feel better. She was continuing in pain, but she was telling that I'm not well. That was also a crocodile tear. Actually, she was not in pain. This was the topic of this story, right? The title of this story. She kept moaning and crying. The giant crocodile tears were coming. Oh, I'm not well, I'm not well. She was saying, continue like that. Finally, the doctor has to say something. So the doctor, just to get her to go away, she was not ready to leave the doctor. So he just wanted her to go away. He said, there is one cure. You must eat a monkey's heart. A monkey's heart? She asked. Hagar felt better right away. She said, okay, if I will eat a monkey's heart, I will be better. Now at least I know what I have to do. Off she went home, where she demanded that mother to go to bank of the river and bring her a monkey's heart to eat. She came home, asked her husband that go and bring a monkey's heart for me so that I can eat and I can get well soon. Magar did not know what to do. Manas was his friend. The monkey Manas was Magar's friend. But Hagar kept groaning and moaning. She kept on making the painful sound, ouch, and rolling about here and there, till Magar went sadly to look for Manas. She made her convinced that he has to go and bring the heart of a monkey. When Manas saw Magar, he collected lots of jamun for him as he was his good friend. When he swung down from the tree to give them to him, Magar invited him. Magar said, oh Manas, please come on my back. I'll take you to my home to the river island to meet my wife. Okay, he said, I will come to meet my wife. Manas was surprised and a little scared also. But it seemed like an adventure. It's okay, I can go. He hopped on the mugger's back off and he swam and they both went. As you can see in the picture, he's sitting on the mugger's back and they are going to the river island. Now, Manas, as he always did, kept jabbering. You know what is jabbering? When someone continues speaks and it speaks in lots of excitement that no one is able to understand what the person is saying. That is jabbering. Manas, as always, he talks like that only, so he kept on jabbering about this and that and that and this. Magar hardly paid attention to Manas. He was not listening actually what he was saying. As they got closer to the island, he felt sorrier and sorrier for what he was about to do. Magar was feeling sad. He was feeling very sorry, guilty for Manas, as he was making him fool. Soon he could not stand it anymore, and now he was unable to hold that emotion within him, and he, extemporally spoke what he said. He said, "Oh Manas, I feel terrible." Means I'm not feeling good, I'm feeling terrible, but I'm really taking you home so that my very ill wife can eat your heart, which is the medicine she needs to recover her from illness. And now Manas was thinking, but he thought very fastly. I wish you would have told me this earlier. He said to the mugger that if you would have told me earlier, I would have brought my heart. You know, monkeys, we keep our heart on the highest branches of our trees. When we travel, I will just have to go back and will bring the heart for your wife. So I am not carrying my heart inside me. It is there on the top branch of the tree. Magar was surprised. He was thinking why he is convinced. He thought how strange monkeys are. He turned around and swam back to the river. They went back to the river bank. As soon as they got there, Manas bounded off his back. You know, bounded off means skipped. He bounced back from his back to the branch. He yelled and he shouted very badly, "Go away and never return to me. You are a false friend. You are not a true friend of mine. My heart is for me alone, not for your silly wife. Go away from here." And so Magar trailed home. Now Magar was very sad. Somehow he went back, he pulled back himself to his home. He was very sorry that now he will not be able to give monkey's heart to his wife. But actually he was not feeling sorry for the Manas friendship. He was actually not feeling it. It must be said that he did not feel too sorry about the fact that his once friend Manas had outwitted him. Actually, Manas did the right thing. If he would not have done that, the Magar's wife would have eaten him. So, this is how the story goes. Now, the crocodile tears, if someone cries for no reason and makes someone fools, we call it, oh, it's a crocodile tears. That person is not right. So, this was all about this story. There is a moral lesson also that we should not cheat our friends. If someone loves us, if someone likes us, we should be there with that person. Maybe it's father, it's mother, it's friend, it's buddy, whoever, whatever. So, please read the chapter properly. You can contact me if you have any problem in understanding the chapter. Hope this story was good and you all liked the lesson as well. We will meet soon in the next video. Till then, take care. Jai Hind.